Mark Poitevin was executive chef at Tavern on the Green in New York from 1990 to 95. Then he moved to Maxime's, and 2 years later joined the Macchione family at Le Cirque in the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. The energetic Frenchman offers this artistic first course, black tie scallops with truffle. The chef starts preparing the sauce.
Then I have all these little pieces of scallops there. Then that's all the little pieces that we cut, all the muscle of the scallops, all the little pieces that are broken, the broken pieces. That's what we're going to be using for the sauce. So I'm going to make sure the clarified butter is very, very hot to be able to sear them, because you want to color them, you want them to caramelize a little bit. So I'm just going to drop them in that casserole. There we go. So we're going to let these pieces of fragment of scallop caramelize. In the other side, I prepare a little bit of chopped shallots that I mix with 1 tablespoon of thyme, branch of thyme, and 1 tablespoon of rosemary. That's going to be the base of the sauce.
Also dry vermouth.
As you can see, the scallop are starting to caramelize very slowly. As soon as we have the scallop caramelized, nice and roasted, then we'll add the shallots, the thyme, and the rosemary. Basically, what I did with these scallops, as you can see, I took a nice big scallops, which what we call usually the U10. That's the size of the scallops. And what I basically did, as you can see around the plate, I'm gonna cut the edge. That's that particular piece of the scallop that I just gonna put on the sauce. And I'm gonna do 3 nice thick slice of scallops. So you see what I did? The other piece, then after what I did, I took some spinach leaves, which are just blanched or steamed very, very fast in the water. So I put 4 of these leaves, lay down like a star a little bit, right in front of me. Then we have the truffles, and I lightly poach in the truffle juice with a drop of port wine, very lightly. Then we have basically all the ingredients we need. After, the next step is very simple. We take a slice of the scallops, slice of the truffle, and we're going to build the whole thing. What we usually do, you see, the scallop is very sweet by itself, and it's going to glue, the whole thing is going to glue back by itself. So you see? And when you slice the truffle, you don't want to slice them too thin, because after, when we're going to cut the dish, you want the truffle to come out. See, I did 4 slices, and I'm going to put 1 more. There we go. So basically what I did, I just reconstitute the scallops. I'm going to place it right in the center of the spinach. Okay? Then we're going to do a little bit of seasoning, very, very light. Inside, a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to wrap the whole thing together like this, with the spinach leaves. Voila. By the time we're doing that, I want you to notice, you see the scallops? They're nice and brown. They're starting to be caramelized. So now we're going to add the garnish, which is the shallots, the thyme, the rosemary, and a little piece of the bay leaves. The bay leaves is something very strong and very flavorful. When we do a small sauce, a small quantity, a half a leaves is plenty. So now I'm going to let all these shallot caramelize also very slowly for the sauce. In the meantime, we have a scallop which is nicely wrapped in spinach, like this. So we're going to make sure we keep that shape nice and straight. Voila. So we don't need that anymore. We have egg yolks. And what I did, I cut some little strip of puff pastry. Eh? That will be basically the end of the scallop, and that will be where we're going to be wrapping the scallop on. I'm going to take that one piece of puff pastry strip, and I'm going to just put a little bit of flour on the, like this. My dough will not glue on the thing. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take that scallops over there, put it right in the center of the puff pastry, roll it up, and a little bit of egg wash. I'm going to stick, I'm going to stick the whole thing together. All right? Voila. So you see my scallop is right in the center of the puff pastry now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these little rings like this. We're going to egg wash it on one side because you want that to glue to the scallops. And I'm going to build the whole thing. See, keep a little bit of a flour on the board, like this. Second side of the scallop. Voila. So you see you have a perfect cylinder with the two extremities. There we go. So your scallops basically is ready to go in the oven.
At the restaurant, the dish is served in this pan.
And on the piece of parchment paper, we're going to put that in the center of the pan. What we're going to do next, before we bake that scallop will take about, I would say, between 9 to 10 minutes to be ready. It's a big scallops. What I'm going to do, I'm going to egg wash the whole thing now. Okay? Because when you put that in the oven, you want the scallop to get a beautiful, nice, goldy color, like if you were baking a piece of pastry or something. As a matter of fact, that's what you're doing. I'm going to put that right in the center of the pan.
Bake at 400 degrees.
We have 10 minutes to finish that sauce. You see all the shallot caramelized at the same time with the pieces of scallops. Now we're going to go the sweet vermouth. If you do, for example, 5 or 6 of these scallops, one for each, you need about a good cup of Noilly Prat. So I'm going to go with the Noilly Prat. That's what we call deglazing. Whoop, you see? When you deglaze, if the whole thing flame like this, it's even better. You're burning the alcohol. You don't want the alcohol to stay in the sauce. So you see, I'm gonna lower the fire a little bit. I'm gonna evaporate all the alcohol. You see, look, that's like a little, you see the consistency? That's like a little, the whole thing caramelized, a little bit.
The sauce is finished with veal stock and truffle juice and strained. The sauce and shaved truffles start presentation.
Yeah, I got some beautiful truffle there. We're going to slice a couple of very, very thin slices of truffle and shave. And then I'm going to take the other side, do the same thing. Just shave a little bit of that scallop. And after, we're going to cut it right in the middle, like this. And you see, look at this. This is perfectly cooked. It's a little bit juicy on the inside. You can see the truffle layer perfectly in the pan. I'm going to take a little bit of truffle oil, just drop a little bit on the top of the scallop to make it shine, and a little bit on the sauce, Voila. Then we have the beautiful branch of shovel. And we're going to cut and we're going to put that right on the top of the scallop. You don't want to put it on the top of the scallop because you want to show,